And welcome back to the channel. Mr. Acolyte here, coming at you with another match review. We are once again back at Combo Breaker 2025. This time we're going to be taking a look at the winners finals. We're getting close to the end. Looks like this time we've got KJ versus Inzem. Go ahead and check this one out. All right, so as you can see from the character select screen and most likely from the thumbnail of this video, we've got a very interesting one here. Something you don't see every day. Inzem on a fusion team, and then there's 16 in the background. Usually 17 is the one that accompanies the fusions, like, you know, bringing up the rear with the support. But this time it's 16, so Inzem on Fusion 16 is very interesting. KJ with his patented zoning, anti-zoning team. Let's see how this breaks down. I feel like this is going to be a crazy one. Right off the bat, KJ going in. And man, yeah, that is some tech. Some people still don't know about this tech, but this tech is actually very strong. I always have to say it reminds me of Season 1. That is because you can wake up with an anti-air. If you're in the air and someone does an air move and you do an anti-air, it's gonna pass through you, obviously. But what's not obvious is the game does not put a restriction on this. When you do a wake up DP, the game puts a restriction on when you can call assist. That's because in Season 1, people got off the ground for free by doing DP call assist, and it was mega toxic. But to this day, if you have an anti-air attack, you can wake up with that and call your assist afterwards, which is exactly what Inzem does here. It gets him out of trouble, and he's able to reflect. Whoa, why does it say Zane? That is not Zane. I almost got inceptioned. I almost said Zane instead of KJ. That is absolutely not Zane. But okay, 16, send the man down. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so we had a little bit of a stare down there, a bit of a you know, a little eye to eye right there, tete-a-tete. Like they both kind of sat there for a second. Inzem most likely looking for any sort of reversal. You know, Jiden is a very big reversal character, so waiting for the reversal doesn't come, but they both hit a button at the same time. This is really funny how you see both buttons in their startup animation, but it turns out that, of course, the 2L is going to be a bit faster than a 5M. So KJ getting the next big hit here. Frieza coming in. No level 3 yet. Nice. That was a very nice punish on the corner escape.
That was a really smart move because you was talking about if you don't know about 16, you can get got. Yeah, that is a prime place for someone.
Nice. That's good team synergy right there. Frieza Janemba is a really good duo. They have a lot of synergy together. Holy shite. Invincibility on invincibility. My invincible move versus your invincible move. Also, that was a huge call out. All right, EX kicks. The esports kicks. Sending him down. Man, yeah. And we've talked about this many times. Moves like this, these lariat style moves, they're very potent in this game if you use them with fast assists. If you do your lariat and then call your assist and it's a fast one, all that's going to happen is that assist is going to appear right next to the person, and boom, that's exactly what happened. Free pickup. Because the good thing about that situation is that even if they don't get hit, usually you get some pressure out of it. Big drop. Reflect into 6S. Once again, EX kicks into assist call. That might be the name of the game here. Good stuff on KJ there for reflecting same side. This is a mix-up, but he does not fall for it. He instead reflects and does not fall for the trap. And it's a good thing that he reflected there because it got rid of the falling H as well. If you just block that, then you got to hold the H on the way down.
Yeah, I think normally it's like the JS, right? Depending on how the JS hits.
This man Inzem is moving. I respect the movement. Definitely showing off how clean his movement is.
Below the waist, yeah, below the waist. That's how it counts. Yeah.
Level 3, not quite in the position for a mix, which is why KJ did not actually spin the 3 bars there. There was no mix up there, so he opted to go for a regular knockdown. But with the spark, Inzem does get a big opening, and the fusion duo is going in. KJ sparks up. And yeah, that situation, yeah, you basically can't do that. If the opponent is in spark, then you can never vanish, basically. You can't counter vanish, you can't guard cancel vanish. Vanish is just off the table because you can just always get checked, whether by an empty vanish hold or just a 5L. It's just a situation where, yeah, if the opponent is in spark, it's just can't really do anything.
Yo, man, Inzem's part of this team like it is his mate, bro. It really is. Other than the 16, that got work, but the Yashin duo.
Level 1, level 1,
Big bang coming
gone.
To be fair, like Inzem's one of the few people that put a dead.
Golden Frieza coming in. Golden Frieza, I don't gotta tell you how strong he is.
So his understanding of playing it must be high by default. Oh yeah, of course, you know, with Hikari being the undisputed best right now.
Zoning, that was a nice pickup.
Right now.
That was a very nice pickup. If you super dash fast enough, you do get the follow-up there. Nice! Staircased him all the way to the ground. That was a great conversion. Really great conversion on KJ's side right there.
Nearly had it. Somebody's optimal freezer combos are very tricky, but you're going to be wanting to tag him out.
Oh, yeah, that was a little risky, and he's going to pay the price for that right there. He tried to super dash out of the block stun, but Inzem was ready to cover it.
Golden time's about to expire.
So I'm assuming we're going to see a level 1 into level 3, or just a straight up level 3 for Vegito here. Yeah, straight up level 3.
Look how much
Put him mid-screen with the EX first. Now we get the left-right.
let's see, left, right. Yo,
Whoa, was that a 5M? He moved so fast. That was either a dash or a 5M. I couldn't tell. No, he just dashed. Okay. Okay, KJ believed. He believed.
man, that's a straight dash. Yeah, I was thinking, did he do 5M? Like,
It's so funny the commentators are saying the exact same thing that I just said. Was that a 5M or a dash? It's hard to tell.
tell it, man. Like that. Yeah, it might have been 5M, yeah.
Yeah, they're still discussing it right now. Yeah, it was hard to tell. Dead. Most toxic combo in the game, in my opinion. The fact that they gave him that combo right there, that is by far the most toxic thing in the whole game to me.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
5S. Same side. Ooh. Yeah, the same side's not connecting. KJ is very aware. He's very aware of that mix-up. Not letting it go through. However, he is in a very tough spot. He's got 7 bars with the J, man. 7 bars with Mr. J. That can definitely translate to some kills. Grab, that's 1. And just like that, Vegito's gone.
That's what I'm saying, bro. 2 hits. There's 1. Don't drop this. Don't drop this. 1 into level 3. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Next hit's gonna win the game.
You called it.
Whoever gets the next hit is gonna take the first game. This is first to 3, let me remind you. We are at the winner's final, so it is first to 3.
All right, let's see. Just needs 1 clean hit on Gogeta.
Wow.
Next game.
Yikes! That's a yikes. Like when a match closes out like that, that's a yikes. Let me see.
Let's see. Just needs 1 clean.
Oh my goodness, brother. Yeah, that's a yikes. Holy cow. So they're just playing neutral. KJ opts to do a dash L just to like kind of take up that space just in case. But that ends up backfiring because Inzem did the knee from full screen and it clashed. If you clash in this game, you're basically cooked because you lose your ability to block. So you gotta kind of do something. But luckily though, in this situation, the follow-up was not fast enough to actually, you know, punish you for blocking. So KJ was able to block, but it just ended up being the overhead option. So he ended up getting hit. He would have had to have high blocked right there. But with the, you know, the clash and all the noise on the screen, yeah, anything could have happened right there. What a moment for a clash. That's gotta hurt getting hit by a clash at the very end. Inzem's even laughing about it. That's so funny. My man is laughing. That's so funny. Side swap. He's got those. I'm impressed. I was about to say, does he got those? Ooh, but a drop though. That's cheap. 5L into immediate 5L into immediate command grab. That's cheap because you're gonna be waiting for the animation to finish. Ooh, he goes for the counter, but nobody's home. Barring any drops, this should be the end of Jiden. Out of there. All right, 16. Frieza coming in. Can he make up this deficit here? Ooh, he does get splashed. Splashed by the Vegito assist. Gonna be sending that man down here. Dunked. Ooh. Cannot get out of the corner. Rejumps. 16 rejumps. Not something you see every day. Level 3. Man, what is this? Season 1? Waking up with DP into assist. 16 pressure into level 3. I feel like I'm watching season 1. Again, I feel like I'm watching season 1, bro. That's a situation that only existed in season 1, and now back in season 1, Frieza's rocks, you could vanish cancel them and they would still fly forward. But that was one of the first big nerfs that Frieza ever received. If you're new to the game or you joined late, you might not know, but Frieza was nerfed considerably over the course of the game's lifespan. And that was one of the first big nerfs, was getting rid of that. They didn't like that you could jail people into a mix-up during Spark. Eye lasers. I like the dash cancel off of the SSS. Super dash cancel. Frieza gets a lot out of this. That was a bit of a mistake, but we can cover it with the golden form here. Oh, reverse beats. Reverse beats. Whoa. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Inzem is kind of making me I'm not much of a believer in Gogeta B, but he's kind of making me a believer here. Gogeta B is being a huge spoiler in this set. Not Let's Go Justin. We're talking about Cyclops? Oh, I get it. Cyclops, because Frieza's doing the eye lasers. I get it. I get it. I get fighting game references. Whoa, he really... KJ, he went for the finesse right there. He depowered Frieza on purpose, did the depower input, and then held S. The sword-based shot is basically like frame 1, frame 0-ish. You know, it's instant. You can even see Gogeta's frozen in this pose. So if he had been a little bit lower, he would have got shot. And as you may or may not know, the sword-based shot is one of the most powerful attacks in the entire game. It does like more than the Spirit Bomb.
Oh, so wait, whip. Yo, you actually got the hit though. Okay, here comes Janemba.
Guard cancel. Frieza escapes for now. Janemba, masterclass character in slowing the match down. Can he slow it down enough though? There's 3 healthy characters with Spark. KJ has got a long road ahead if he wants to bring this back. Whoa, what a trade. Another big hit. I'm looking at the meter here. He's got a 16 assist available. This is probably a kill, barring no drop. Yeah, he's dead. Oh. Can he grab him? Oh, he didn't even need it. Jesus Christ. Bro, Spirit Sword damage is just... Bro, nerf Vegito, I'm sorry. Whoa. That interaction was so wacky that neither of them did anything after it. They were both just like, huh? Like, yeah. KJ basically did 2-2S for positioning, and then Inzem did EX grab for positioning, and they both ended up walking into the corner, and they both just kind of like, okay, why are we here? And they both just sit here, and then Inzem's like, okay, I'm leaving. Really good on Inzem to actually, during all that chaos right there that just happened, and Inzem did not lose track of the fact that the discs were coming back. Very impressive right there. There's so much chaos, and he did not lose track. You don't know how common it is for you to put the Frieza discs out and the person just do a string on your block and get picked up by it. That's so common. Okay, so KJ making a switch to the very popular shell, my go-to shell, the Baby Zom. Baby Zom, let's see. One of the best shells in the entire game. Those two play off of each other so well, it's ridiculous. And also Zamasu C, one of the best C assists in the entire game. Acid Rain. Toss him. Level 3, we're gonna go for a left-right here. It was same side, and yeah, Inzem, he's just fully content with doing wake up anti-air. This is not to be confused with wake up DP. Yeah, he keeps doing wake up anti-air, and it has not been punished yet, so he does not feel a need to stop doing it. Funny, I had to pop my neck just now, and you guys could see the whole thing. Loops, Zom stuff here. You get the free Blades of Judgment there. Get another situation here. Goes for the frame kill, but Inzem goes ahead and sparks up. Reflect punished. 5S, JS route, I mean. The delayed overhead, nice. That was nice. So the delay overhead here, anytime you get hit by this, there's a good chance you're going to be holding back, so you're going to quickly tech, and then when that happens, that opens you up for the low. The Zamasu J2H, Zamasu and Frieza, both their J2Hs are really good, especially Zom, just because his mix potential is so high that suddenly getting hit by that J2H is very like jarring. And side note, something really good about it is, as if you look up at the top right there, it does give you your assists back as well.
Okay, guys. He did that. I looked at Tana, like, yeah. Does he give you approval yet? Yeah, real Zam.
Get off of me.
Oh my gosh, though.
Grabs Zangief.
We might see a tag out here because this 16. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, that was a huge bait. That was a spark bait, but KJ did not spark. Instead, he raw tags, but the raw tag still gets punished.
Yeah. Stuff there from Inzem. Yeah. Keeping 16 fresh. Clinical delay on his super dash as well to make sure he beats KJ.
Ooh, tries to wake up with it. Tries to wake up with the monkey. But Inzem was very safe on wake up, opting to just call his assist. Did not want to get monkey blasted. Beam plus sword equals death.
I like that he varied the variation of his wake up options, but I think because he had spark, it was never going to really pressure him there.
Whoa. Yeah, Inzem is just, he's going in.
There you go.
It feels so weird to say Inzem while I'm looking at Vegito on the screen. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, Inzem's going in, and like in the back of my mind, I'm like, is that right? Did you just make a mistake?
That's it,
Did you say the wrong player name?
I don't, someone like, so Zane, this is the difference. Zane would have dashed forward to make the super dash go behind him and just, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Very active, yeah. Inzem is basically, he's playing the Zamasu matchup correctly. Right here, he's just staying very active. You know, he's doing a lot of lunging attacks. He's not being afraid to super dash, because super dash is very good against Zamasu. Like, if you're on Zamasu, you have to be not just ready for super dash, but you have to be anticipating it, because super dash is basically the only real way to consistently and always interact with flight mode. So the opponent is going to do it nonstop. And it's like 6S is a threat against super dash, but it's also so slow that it'll often lose to it, especially from up close. So yeah, basically you have to be ready to teleport forward when the super dash is coming, because it's coming.
Yeah, you can do that kind of stuff. Oh, and this is a full follow-up, of course.
He needed it. I'm going to comment on that every time. He needed it.
He's cooking right here.
Question mark.
This team paying off massive for him.
All right, so once again, KJ down to just Janemba.
But he's also getting spark
But can he fight back here? This is a long road. Okay, that's one grab. 16 is in one-touch territory, though. Slice, slice, slice. He was buffering. I saw the 2-2S buffer. Tries to backdash, but he chases him. This, yeah, I was gonna say this would be hard to kill. That would need heavy optimization. Inzem once again, he's chasing. 2-2S, nice. That was a good 2-2S. That actually got him the punish. Good reaction there. Good reaction on the split finger shot. That actually got him the punish.
A lot of people talk about, you know, how godlike his freezer is, and that's his main character, but bro, his Janemba is flipping insane. Yeah.
Okay, Gogeta coming in. This is kind of close. This is not that far away anymore. 16 is in one-touch territory, so if KJ can get past this Gogeta, he has a really good chance of bringing this back. And then, whoa, that was crazy. What happened there? Hellgate into forward M, and he gets the pickup. Nice pop on the Hellgate to confirm it. Dead. Now it's just 16.
Now just 16 remains. Here we go. Boom. Log trap. All right.
Okay. He said log trap. That's funny. He said rocket skates. Shout outs to Rocket Raccoon in Marvel 3. He said this thing weighs more than me.
Oh my god.
They're moving.
Yeah, literally.
Plus frames. You cannot move right there.
This robot definitely.
You cannot move. He drops the re-jump though. Oh, that was spooky. Wow. Okay, I respect that. That was a test and KJ passed. I respect that. Holy cow. That was a test. I'm not gonna lie, I would have got grabbed right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a phobia of grapplers. Like if a grappler is near me, I'm probably gonna jump. So it's like the fact that he ran up to him and just ducked and didn't do anything and then did anti-air grab, but KJ just sat there. I respect that. I respect that. Okay, we got another game on the screen. Super Dash. It's funny, he switched to Baby and Zamasu, and Baby and Zamasu didn't really have an impact on that match. It was just Janemba. But let's see if they have an impact this time. Okay, big bait hours here. Staggers, that's plus. Oh, yeah, Inzem is really getting the most out of these plus frames here, because last time he just straight up got the hit. So this time, instead of trying to wiggle away, KJ actually goes for the reflect, but Inzem baits that with a very delayed air dash M. This was very much a bait on reflect.
Yeah, he has all the time, right? All that mental kind of stack that he gives you.
Send him down. Oh man, this is scary. This is scary. 16 on your block like this is very scary. Yeah, he caught him that time. I mean, yeah, it's a grappler. Grappler rules, bro. Like when a grappler's on top of you, I mean, yeah, it's like this is just tough. Like you got to either try to wiggle out of the plus frames or look out for the command grab, because if you just sit there, he's gonna get a turn again and again and again. And yeah, KJ tries to sneak away and gets picked up, barring no drops here. Dead. Yeah, I gotta say, I think still to this day, I think 16 is one of the most underrated characters in the current version of this game. I think he is insanely, like, crazily underrated. I think he is phenomenal in just about every aspect of this game. He's so scary, but like he's just not picked like that. Dragon Rush. No one expects a Dragon Rush from a command grab character. They just don't. Like, you're not looking for it. It's like when Zangief normal throws you. You're like, huh? What? Huh? Like, you're just not looking for it. Baby's dead. Dang, yeah, Baby and Zom. They are not... They have not added anything yet to the Switch. It's up to Janemba again. We've seen this many times. Whoa. Okay, that was a creative response. I've never seen that response before to the activated Hellgate to raw tag. I like that. I actually like that response. It actually got him out of the Hellgate, but he did get 5L'd though. KJ, that 5L was like a delayed tech, so he wasn't ready for it to actually hit anybody. That was a defensive 5L right there.
Probably was worried about the super dash connected. But like you said, he's got the resources. He does have to contend with
Teleporting around. Nice dash block.
Yeah, let's find out.
Goes for the air scoops. Almost did a ground scoop there. Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, Inzem, the way he's playing 16, yeah, this is cheap. Nah, bro, this is cheap. The way Inzem's playing 16, this is just cheap because it's like he's basically utilizing what we talked about before, lariats into safe assist. So it's like he's doing the command grab here. So how do you beat command grab? You backdash or you jump. Most people are just gonna jump. But if you jump, what is that gonna open you up to? Anti-air DP. So you can do both. So it's like, okay, you're gonna jump out of my grab. Well, hold this DP assist. This is kind of devious. I'm not gonna lie to you. This team buildup is very devious. Forces out the spark. KJ's on his last leg here. He's got to make this spark count. Otherwise, it's just he's gonna be in trouble. But Inzem, he's just taking his time. There's no reason for him to engage with this sparked up character. Wow. Whoa. Let me see that confirm again. Reflects the Hellgate. And then boom.
Oh my god, the confirm Inzem. Looking good on the drop though.
Oh yeah, anti-air. Yeah, you can't yeah, this doesn't work on 16. Trying to take your plus frames after a blocked super dash and spark. Yeah, it doesn't work on him. His anti-air is just too powerful. Dunked up, OTG'd up. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot that 16 has an OTG. That's just because nobody ever plays them. Oh, and once again, yeah, KJ tries to challenge that assist there. But okay, the robot that has been terrorizing the whole set seems to be out of here. Okay, the robot is dead. No more dunks. But this is not gonna be easy. And there it is. There he goes. Inzem taking his way to the grand finals. Man, okay, this was a funny set, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a funny set. Even though Inzem is playing the blue fusion duo, the way he was playing just felt very different from Yasha and Hikari, so it didn't really feel the same. He doesn't have the same game plan as them. So even though it's like basically still that shell, this match was still pretty interesting because the addition of 16 really shook things up a lot. Like, let's go ahead and take a look back real quick to see what the actual turning point was here. I feel like it was around here at the beginning. KJ actually got the opening very early on here, but as soon as 16 came in, I want to say that the turning point was a character this time. It wasn't exactly a situation. I think it was a character. As soon as 16 came in, he kind of just dominated the match because yeah, the reflect bait that we talked about earlier, that ended up getting Zamasu off the screen, and then Baby had to come in against 16. But something I didn't talk about before is because 16 really just does not care about key blasts, I feel KJ was hesitant to ever be on the ground. You never really saw him because, Baby is at his strongest when you're on the ground doing 5S. That's like his best move by far is 5S and 6S. You never really saw that because I think ultimately he was worried about getting scooped, which is a very real threat. If 16 is on the ground and you're on the ground, he has the advantage because he can grab you from full screen. So yeah, Baby just did not get to do his thing at all. And then it came down to Janemba, and then same thing. 16 was basically terrorizing Janemba, though KJ was able to eventually get 16 off the screen. But by time he did, he was down to the one-touch territory. And then at that point, Inzem did his tried and true. There's something that Inzem did this entire set that just basically never got stopped, and it was lariat assist. Even up to the end here, he did lariat assist, and that's what closed out the set. So yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, the turning point was 16 himself, but I think a big factor in every one of these matches was definitely the lariat into assist call. And with that, we have reached the end of this review. Thanks for listening, guys. We are almost done now with Combo Breaker. We only got a few more games left to cover. After that, we will be covering CEO. And then, believe it or not, at the time of this recording, Evo is right around the corner. So you better believe I'm going to be covering the heck out of Evo. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the upcoming action. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video because it helps me out a lot and I do appreciate it. If you want to see more from me, check out the playlist at the end of the video or in the description below. In Strive right now, I'm still working on my Oscar. Been putting a lot of time into him, getting pretty nice with the Magic Man. And in Grand Blue right now, I just started my Road to Master journey with Vikala. We're learning Vikala over there. She's super fun, very, very funny screen pollution character, and yeah, I'm planning to take her all the way to Master and maybe even Grandmaster. I feel like if I get that character down, I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can hit Grandmaster. Like, oh, I think only, what is it? Somebody have to remind me. I think only the top 100 people with points can hit Grandmaster. I feel like I can do it if I get her down enough, because yeah, she's fun and her interactions are very unique, and yeah, I want to try. But for now, it's Road to Master, and then we'll see about Road to Grandmaster after that. But either way, thanks again for watching. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.